more dominance from the stronger regions.
Let's get into the game here. Vietnam on the play, banning out the Kaja, while Laos takes out the glue. 21 August, we're looking at you. You ain't playing that Kaja tonight.
Yep.
Maybe even the Lolita. They can just ban out the man. Why not?
Yeah, it hurts actually because Laos used to spam Diggy a lot when it was available. But again, Diggy is banned out for a lot of reasons. Again,
the
visual
young
bug.
again passive and the visual bugs and all. And right now, looking at how Vietnam is playing, I do feel like they do feel a bit of momentum from the earlier wins, but I think it's scary that Lao is actually strong. They're just waiting
Your
for
team
the
is banned.
Yeah, they could pull out those comfortable picks like the Benedetta, the Beatrix especially on Piston, and I do think that with this lineup there is more flexibility when it comes to the support position because they are one of the rare teams who still are playing Lilia on position 4.
Let's see if they're gonna lock that in. But right now, Vietnam already taking away the Valentina. I do feel like this is a
what's your
very
command?
different
Your team
red
is
side
banning.
ban approach though. Like Glue and Fanny for their first 2 bans. I
Payback.
see 0-1-1 bans here. I see 0-1-1 bans.
Oh no, is she gonna come through? Because even if, consider this, even
I,
if the 1-1 comes out,
Minotaur,
Joy
off what
is
was
still out
left
there.
undone.
Ah, Laos. The Laotians are on to you.
Yep,
Joe,
no chance.
it's
no
not
chance.
happening,
Well,
Joe.
not happening.
1-1.
Your team
okay.
is picking.
Eve is open. So
Joy
that's
is
Joy is open. Paramus is open. So Laos, I think they came into this match expecting that the 1-1 will be played. And I do love the fact that this was also presented during the Mekong qualifiers. 1-1 was being let go in some weird instances. But they do have the answers for it. It's just that I feel like 1-1 is at a point where you have to respect it. But if you are prepared enough, you can deal with it. If you have heroes that can play into it, like the Lilia, the Paramis, or heroes that go outside the range of the crossbow of thanks, like say Ling or even the Hayabusa.
Yeah.
So it is a possibility that they do that, or they go back to Fred and Eve.
Yeah,
you
or
know.
maybe surprise us once again, pick up the Zas.
Among the planes exists the equilibrium.
You know what? No Zas. They're
Zero.
going classic here, Franco combo.
Yeah, the
But
blitz.
man, I laughed way too hard on the Minotaur ban. It's one of those times that
perfect.
it's too perfect.
Too real.
It was a moment for Lao.
Wait, sorry.
This land is
you go
our
Fred and
homeland,
Arnold here,
and it will
sorry.
soon be your
Oh,
burial ground.
interesting. They go Lapu Lapu. Well, it works against Eve and and Franco.
Yeah.
But I think you still prioritize Joy, I guess. Even though I don't know if they played on support role. But it
Or
could
the
have,
jungle.
you know, it could have been better if they picked up Joy and then get a role for themselves.
Now we are waiting for
The ocean is
to
not
secure
just
another
our
base.
home.
Oh!
Go for the
It
Atlas
is who
counter.
we are.
Atlas versus Franco. How is this a classic counter to the Franco?
Well, the thing is, with Franco, you want to be able to set up kills for your teammates, and naturally you group up. And with
Time to
Franco,
drop
you
the
have a
beat
lot
of the
of tools.
flag.
I mean, with
Team is banned.
with Atlas, you have a lot of tools to deal with the Franco. Like, for example, the perfect match, you can use it to clear bushes. Franco's not going to be able to do anything about that. And if ever the Franco catches somebody on the side of Vietnam, the Atlas could always just re-engage with a phalanx on the back line.
Yeah, no, is that not a perfect situation where you get Iron Hook and then you're in perfect position to use a Fatal Links?
Yeah, we've seen this countless times, and it has been established that although it's not a direct counter, as you would think, but Atlas, like most of the time, would have a good time
It's-
trying to fight out against the Franco.
It's the same relationship between Joyd and Tigreal. When Joyd was the top
Your
dog,
team is
Tigreal
banned.
would be picked up as like, thanks for putting me in a position where I
To
can
live.
use my
Need
ult.
some stitches?
thanks for
I
giving
can
me
help.
three
Your team
flickers.
is banning.
And now Vietnam is taking away gold lane picks with the Joy already locked in for Lao. One thing though, like I do think that this Melissa is a great ban, but you already have the 1-1 and you already have the Lapu Lapu. I feel like this is already doing too much by taking away the Melissa.
Too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good thing, you know?
Yeah, I think you still ban out the Beatrix here if you're Vietnam. It's a comfort still for Piston. So Laos could still get some of the amazing picks towards his side. I'm actually surprised Brendan is still not picked up And it's also priority for your name, both the Fredrin and the Lancelot, so that might be coming up next if Vietnam does not ban any one of those.
Your
there might be
team is
items.
banning.
3,000 worlds.
Artists banned out here
And
for
not a
Lao.
single
Final ban for
worthy
Vietnam.
foe.
We're looking at the Beatrix possible
Come on,
ban.
Dexter.
Looks like
It's
they're
our
going to go
show
for
What?
They'd rather go for the Beatrix
You go
up
for
against the
Fredrin.
1-1.
You go Fredrin. And then Vietnam will play.
I fear no
Okay,
kraken,
Lancelot.
Your
for I
team
am
is
the
picking.
invincible
For your name.
Lancelot.
Again, it's comfort.
What do you mean?
What'd you say?
Comfort.
Yeah.
Again, you're going up against a team that is as unpredictable as Vietnam. The second time around, you pick up your comfort. Again, you can say Fredrin all you want, but right now, if the jungler for Laos wants to play a Lancelot, you give Lancelot. You give him the chance to run away from a crazy and angry Atlas.
See value in me?
And this is something that
should.
we've seen countless times again. You have zero suppression coming in from Vietnam. If you have a Lancelot on your side, yet and also the Joy, they're going to be able to enter your backline again and again. It's going to be up
Kagura.
for the 1-1 to defend herself.
Kagura, Lilia, anything that has
Wait.
Wi-Fi.
The
Wait, that's
southern
what I'm
cities
saying,
are
Kadira!
my domain.
Why did we see the Kadira on the clapback in the first phase? This is way too late for the Kadira to come through, but Laos didn't see it either.
I was actually surprised that they play carry
Yo.
into a 1-1. We've seen this many times.
It's
tough
usually a
It's a tough
disaster.
matchup. Yeah, you're right. It usually ends up in disaster, but I think they have a fair chance of utilizing this carry towards the late game, especially with the threat coming up from the Franco. But man, I'm really scared for Laos, especially with this 1-1 pickup from Vietnam. They did not answer the 1-1 at all.
And now we're gonna see whether or not the 1-1 would work. I feel like this is actually the first game where we're seeing 1-1 in the C games, and we're going full Vietnam here.
Because we got 1-1.
We were believing,
without a draft.
we were believing in the Minotaur, man. We wanted to see the Minotaur once again,
Sorry.
but sadly it got banned.
Sorry, I hope we don't see that again. I'm gonna ruin a lot of rank games.
And the C is near.
Shaking.
This is already a preview of what's to come.
Embassy's definitely shaking.
Also in Cambodia, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
it's right there.
that's why, Embassy's definitely shaking with a lot of these unorthodox picks.
Yeah, for a good number of players competing in the SEA Games right now, they'll be back in about a month's time to play for the MSC. Now, going into game 1 here, 30 seconds in. So far, this is actually tame for a lineup that I personally expected to go ham early on.
Yeah, and now in the mid lane, they're just poking each other out, and you can see how the Eve really does shine in clearing waves more than the Kadita. Like, the Kadita has to sacrifice 1 or 2 spells just to clear out.
Yeah, and most of the time you need an actual roamer to help Kadita clear the way, because she's gonna be, she's gonna be poked a lot. Because the thing about Kadita is that she's kind of a soft committal hero when it comes to clearing the minion waves. And the problem with that is if you're up against an Eve, if you're in a range where she reaches you, you're gonna be slowed, and she will have movement speed. She will just naturally just chase you down. So the poke battle will naturally be be advantageous for the Eve.
Yep, I was literally in this situation earlier today. Like, before we started our broadcast, I was playing a ranked game. And yeah, the Eve wins the poke battle, but that's because the Kadira doesn't want to commit her skills. She wants to commit her skills for the eventual kill.
Yeah.
And now in the top lane, Nart will be trying to get the stun, and he does have a good angle here. The Atlas trying to defend and actually block the Franco, and now Yandere finds himself in a tough spot. It's very rare to see a 1-1 lose a trade straight up.
That kind of from Yandere. So yeah. Girl fight, however.
He's going to secure that turtle. Of course, it's going to be the Fredrin, but your name might be in trouble here. Turns him upside down, and Nart gets the kill on Vietnam. For Vietnam.
All right, 2 minutes in, Vietnam is winning. So are we already seeing the tides of time change? Laos won in the Mekong qualifier, but now it's Vietnam who's atop.
Yeah, and I'd say it's the draft. And also the way they played that turtle fight, prioritizing the last level first, while Laos did not have anything against this Fredrin. Because the thing about their XP lane, which is the Joy this time around, it doesn't really threaten the Fredrin kill unlike the Lapu Lapu. Lapu Lapu, they jumps in against the Lancelot. There's so much damage coming out. There's so much physical damage coming out from Meow, while Opper has to charge up the dance. Like, you have to dash in first 4 times, and you don't really deal that much damage against Joe.
Yep, and Oper here, deep, getting threatened here possibly by 3 members of Team Vietnam.
Oh no, Opper! He's gonna go down with Joe taking the kill. That's 2-0 in favor of Vietnam.
That's an ordinary Joe, man.
Not the average Joe.
Nope. He's very good at taking executives. Again, who would have thought that the communication was, let's take down this Joy. She's in too deep.
I read into that for 2 seconds, so it's not a regular Joe. And
way
I
too
do,
much
I do love the fact that you pointed it out. You know, Vietnam recognized the fact that if they shut down this Joy, the only remaining problem is really the carry. This Lancelot's not gonna matter. It is a tank to
Hey, Nart gonna go for 20 August, and he's gonna get smacked down with the 1-1 flying all the way to Agi and calling an ambulance, but not for him because Yandere gets a double kill. Biston though might be in trouble. Rough waves, Phantom Execution onto Biston, gonna get knocked up, but he won't die just yet. Your name might just get a triple here. Nice dodge coming in from Your Name. Biston,
One more hit,
one more attack, and that's a killing spree for Yandere. Might just be a maniac, but he's weaving in and out. 20 August, Dart, he's going in. Your Name might just die, but nice dodge using that puncture.
Oh, wow,
and he's
Your
gonna
Name.
get a kill on the Atlas, and might have bit more than he could chew, and Lao does get 2.
The Vietnamese overcommitted.
Yeah, Your Name, Bob. So many uncles there from the side of Vietnam to die for the for the attempt on getting Lancelot's life. Although Yandere got so much kills out of that gold lane, that's gonna propel us towards success. But Your Name was able to bounce back after such a bad start.
Oh man, thinking about that, again the gap is closed. The fact that this turtle might actually be anybody's game.
Yeah, Opper zoning out Joe, but Joe already in a prime position to secure it with a retribution. Phantom Execution go in. Your Name might be puncturing out, but Nart, here comes the real world from Lao. And looks like Nart might just pay the price here. Lao does take 1 kill for 1 turtle, but Opper still wants more blood. Forces the rough waves out of Hehe, and Vietnam can do secure the 2nd turtle of the game.
All right, Oprah starting to hurt. Even though the Predator was able to secure the turtle with the Appraiser's Wrath, you'd see Your Name still able to dodge out some of these key spells coming out from Vietnam. But this Joy is starting to become a problem once again.
Oh no. Looking at how the side lanes aren't really progressing as much, I'm wondering where it's gonna eventually just break out, right? Like, what are we waiting for? Are we waiting for a Lord? Are we waiting for a turret to break in mid? Because again, the side lanes are rotating so much, especially XP. But wait, there's
Wait, he does pull the Atlas though, flips him back down, and here comes the flight from Yandere. Doesn't really transfer to Agi, but Agi might still die here.
Yeah.
He will be able to run away, and the conceal is popped by Vietnam.
You know that feeling when you're when you go fishing and the hook lands on a shark?
And this is just a casual kill from Yandere.
you were saying.
Yeah, it feels like whenever you catch the Atlas, he might lose it.
Now Phantom Execution committed by Your Name too.
Yeah, is that not the dynamic we're talking about, right? Like, you get an iron hook on the Atlas, and you put him in prime position to do
Yeah.
what he wants.
It's like, oh wait, no, wrong target.
Yeah. When has that ever happened to you, Minzy? Have you ever fished
Yeah.
and then you caught a shark?
I mean, I haven't, I haven't gone fishing, but I do understand the feeling because I have played this match a lot of times.
I see.
It's more of a metaphor.
Sort of a metaphor.
It was some sort of a hyperbole too.
I don't have the money to purchase fishing.
Fishing
Our expensive
It's
hobby here.
Is fishing an expensive hobby?
I hear. Oh wait, how'd that happen? A solo kill on the Joy?
Wow. That is actually mental.
Who did it? Was it Meow too?
That's hard. Like, that goes hard because it's so hard to kill the Joy. But another setup, another crossbow of Tang. Yandere gets his 6th kill of the game. Vietnam feeding everything to their gold laner.
The Lapu Lapu killed one of his own. He meowed. What is the Leonid?
The Joy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh! Sure. Poor Rose, he's just trying his best here, but gets casually taunted by Joe. Opper trying to dance around too, but looks like he's gonna have to run away. And Vietnam now ahead by 4K. Lao though, still trying their best.
Oh, Lao, this game has to come down to the carry system, has to do a lot of heavy lifting in this match. Like the frontliners of Vietnam, they don't don't care about racing against Joey at all. They can tank up the magic damage coming out from Oper. And they are built up to sustain because you have the Festival of Blood coming out from Meow with 3 charges as well, add to the spellbound, and you'll also have Joel, who is a predator, once he charges up those crystallized energy, he will deal more damage and he will get some HP back.
And it looks like now in hindsight again, draft-wise, Vietnam has an amazing surplus of peel, while Laos is lacking. They need more peel actually, because what? It's only really 20 August who can really stand in front of Team Vietnam, but even so, right? He usually doesn't.
Yeah.
He's the one who hooks, and then, all right guys, now what? Now what? That's what's been happening in the past 8 minutes.
And look at Yandere. He is playing like a room right now. He is clearing bushes, walking towards Laos. There is no catch. Yeah. Side of Laos, side from the Bloody Hunt.
Real world manipulation though.
Okay,
They're going in. Nice flicker, Bloody Hunt. Meow might be in trouble here. That's a kill for the carry. Your name. The crossbow of Tang already transferring the 3. They got 4. He's going in for Aggie. And Yandere just goes up and takes them down.
He didn't get Agi down. Would have been an amazing wipeout for Team Vietnam. A conclusive end to that engagement. But yeah, no, this is good news for Lao. And should slow down Vietnam, but just by a bit.
Yeah, the thing is, you gave so much heals to Yandere. Even though you slow him down, you also ramp up the pressure coming up from the 1-1. The Bloody Hunt, ideally, you'd want to use that on the 1-1. But Yandere was just able to, pre-hit on the back line. He even used Inspire to make sure that he stacks up as quickly as possible for the crossbow attack. Now they get lowered.
Here's a question, right? Among the members of Lao, who should be? Who should be the one to take down Yandere, right?
All of them.
They have no real way.
All of them. 5 heroes committing on 1-1.
Let's go.
Problem is if you commit 5 heroes, you are up against an Atlas.
And that's probably going to spell disaster for Lao here.
Yeah.
And Vietnam 6.5k ahead with Yandere holding much of the gold for the side of Vietnam.
And look, Yandere is building a rose gold lead here. Like, he wants to overcommit and then eventually take the skies.
Yeah, provides a lot of things. The shield blocks all sorts of damage, magic, physical, and also provides mobility, which amplifies the overarching problem.
He does find one, but looks like the real weaponization sees a lot. It looks like the
Yandere died!
Oh, Yandere died! A shutdown from the Franco, and Your Name, they just did it! Lao did it!
He jumped into the the firing range of Laos.
Nani? Again, we were just talking about how all 5 should do it, but yeah, no, Laos did it!
Yeah, I mean, if you bring in the tower as well, that's 6.
Ah, man, wow. They do the unthinkable, and now Joe will be taunting out Your Name. Your Name will be trying to escape from that one. Still, a massive shutdown coming in from Lao. Now they know it's possible. Things are starting to get hopeful.
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, however, still for Vietnam. I do think you still need to win 2 more fights for Laos to be able to come back, because I don't see the carry faring up well against this, this 1-1. Even though he is rocking the Purify, there is chance, however, if Laos is able to find like multiple skirmishes, or individual skirmishes, or pickoffs, I would say, with the Franco. But so far, Vietnam has been grouping up, and they want to take fights as 5.
Yep, you overload the damage output of the carry. She really, really wants to focus down on one for like 2 seconds and then move on to the next target. But the way Vietnam has been approaching team fights is, yeah, there's all 4 or 5 of us here. What are you going to do, Pistol? What are you going to do? And now look, they're going to go find Oper.
Oh no, Hopper will be dashing now. The power of joy.
Yeah, I'm going to be able to do that for Team Lao. As long as the carry is not the, Vietnam, Lao is going to be having the system. Bottom lane. Meow able to defend this lane, but Laos was eyeing to take out that one last person on the bottom lane. Oh, Nart! Okay.
I'll pretend like I didn't see that.
Good attempt from the Atlas. Nano was able to dash out.
Oh, man. That's difficult. So what is that, about 45, 50 seconds that Vietnam would rather not engage?
And they don't have Flicker too. Not only did they go in for the Fatal Links, but he also committed the Flicker. So this is a prime chance for Lao to possibly even secure the Lord while they're waiting for Nart's ultimate. Hopper though, to go for a Flicker. And with their passive, will be trying to heal out, but Hopper is starting to be a bit tanky here. Your Name will be guarding the lane as well, but the Lord is already being started by Vietnam. 20 August going in for the conceal. Nart as well, finding Your Name. Lord's already in critical aid. Who's going to secure it? Can they actually take it down? Looks like Vietnam will be able to do so. And Biston, he's going to get stunned up, and he's going to get smashed down, and he might just die, but the real world will be able to save him. And though 20 August will be running back, it's going to be a kill for Opper from the back line. He's going to try to escape now with a vengeance as well. It looks like a crossbow attack right here. He takes to the skies, and he goes to Aki. He's not going to be able to take him down. A sliver of HP. Puncture still available. He's going to go in and out, and it looks like Laos will get out.
Yeah, sure. Laos gets a kill, right? He's like thinking, oh, hey, off of offers amazing. But you still see that main problem that they have. There's no peel. So Piston can't fight.
Yeah, you have to really come in here inside of Laos. Problem is, Nart is still a big threat versus this lineup. The Veil Links combination could just, connect and any single time. And Yandere, even though it is a good 1-1 game, we're seeing some signs of hope coming out from Laos, especially with how Opper has been playing this Joy. But look at now Opper Nart.
That's one, and the real world is there as well, but it's an immediate kill and transfer. Piston, he falls down, and Yandere is still in the sky. Finally drops down, but that's a triple kill already for the 1-1. He's gonna go for the base. He doesn't care about everything else. Lao is down, and Vietnam takes the game.
Despite what transpired in the Mekong qualifier for MSC 2023 earlier this year, Vietnam comes out on top. This is a revenge story unfolding.